30 Days of Night first.
Okay, in which case we'll do 30 Days of Night with old Josh Hartnett.
30 Days of Night, a modern vampire movie set in Alaska. Deal is, sun's going down, and it's going to be down for 30 Days of Night. You see, because it's...
I worked that one out.
Thank you. And so the town is shutting up shop, but a stranger comes in, cuts the power, does some bad stuff, misbehaves in a bar, a cafe, ends up in prison, warning of bad things to come. And warning of these bad things to come in a very peculiar accent.
So sweet. So helpless against what is common.
It's just trying to freak us out.
It's working. We have more important things to think about. I'll check on Gus.
Check on Gus. Bar the windows. Try to hide. They're coming. This time they're gonna take me with them. Honor me. Yeah. For all that I have done.
They? Who are they?
It can't be that scary when you just want to laugh.
No, but it's funny because I've actually, ever since I heard that, I've been trying to do that voice. I can't do it. All of them. Anyway, so it's directed by David Slade's British filmmaker. I think he's from Sheffield originally, who made Hard Candy, which I just thought was terrific.
I remember you going on at great length,
and which is a real leg crosser of a movie, and it's good because it turns the table on the male members of the audience, and no pun intended. And it's really really. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't. But it is really sort of cutting edge and scalpel like, and it's a clearly sort of autorial work, and it's got a very clear thesis, and it's it's a horror movie, and it's a thriller, and it's also an argument, and I really liked it. Now, this is a much more mainstream film, and for a start, it cost a lot more. It cost $30-odd million. It very briefly went to number one in America, and it has yet to make its money back. I think it will do, but it is clearly a mainstream modern vampire movie, I suppose in the same ilk to some extent as Near Dark. The idea of the night coming down and lasting for a month isn't completely original. There was a film a while ago, I think it was a Swedish movie or maybe German, called Frostbite, which again had the same idea that has recurred before in the horror genre. So you get this thing in which there's a long period the vampires can come out to play for as long as they want. That because obviously the sun's not coming up. On the downside, I think you don't get the sense that the cast are there for the whole 30 Days of Night. I think it looks like there is some material missing. It looks like there's been some rewriting done. It doesn't completely hang together as a totally coherent piece of writing, and it doesn't have, I think, the depth of Hard Candy. On the positive side, I think he's a very stylish director. When it needs to be nasty, it is nasty. There are a good few jumps in it. Some of the characterization is a little bit two-dimensional, but Danny Huston does a great job of playing the lead vampire. And they speak in this kind of strange Slavic clicking, and which I found very entertaining, because I like the idea that somebody's actually figured out a whole vampire dialect. They did that rather well. But the thing I liked most about it was that it is a full-on blood and guts horror movie when it needs to be. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think that it's the best you can say about it is that he is an interesting director and he will continue to do interesting work. It's probably a good Halloween season shocker. It'd be scare you, but then you're a complete sissy.
Yeah, I wouldn't go and see it.
Why? No, you might. You might enjoy a vampire movie.
What certificate is it?
15.
Yeah,
but 15 now, you have to understand that when I was a kid, and because 15 now, there's stuff past 15 now that when I was a kid, the Daily Mail was campaigning against, was saying it was going to bring around the end of civilization. As long as it doesn't include sexual violence, you can pretty much do whatever you like at 15.
I don't like people getting skinned. That's the thing. If a movie starts with that, I think, I don't want this.
No, it's a vampire movie, so there is a little bit of, skin, muscle interface relaxing, but I do think it's stylishly done. I like the idea. It's got a nice ending to it. It sort of ties itself up nicely. I don't think it's
got a happy ending, is it?
It's got, and this is what so few good horror movies have. It has a proper ending. It has a proper ending.
What's a proper?
I can't
ending?
tell you what it is because it ties itself together without sort of selling out. It has a proper ending. It's not perfect, and there are things about it that are disappointing and disjunctive and messy.
So it's a proper ending the way a great music track would finish properly. Like Won't Get Fooled Again has got a proper ending.
Exactly, yeah.
As opposed to a disappointing fade, which is like pointless.
Yeah, like all those Madonna records which just go